Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Flytill Podcast. Another episode, another opportunity, another day, another great podcast coming for y'all. In the words of the fallen soldier, Dark Man X, let's get it on. You feel me? So, back in this thing once again, man. Almost ain't make it today, man. Man, got into a wreck today, man. Somebody scraped the Lex bubble. Yep, I know it's a sad story, but the show must go on. I gotta keep putting out this content, keep working, keep blessing y'all. And I was struggling to find a topic today, but the topic is you control what you control. I today got sideswiped and I got a dent in my silver Lexus, my baby, my girl, the only woman that I give my heart to besides my mom, my baby Lexi. Got scraped up and dinged up. Now she looking a little bit, she looking human, mortal. It hurt my feelings. But I chose to deal with the person how I dealt with him. Let me give y'all the story. So obviously got in a wreck. When you get in a wreck, the right thing to do is to pull over and to communicate with the individual that you got into the wreck with. Information like driver's license and also, what's the other one? Insurance. So you get those two information and y'all go into, you give it to your insurance company so you pay monthly. She got the car. You was in my lane. It was your fault. Very Karen-like, but it's all love. Very Karen-like, but it's your fault. You have to stay in your lane. I'm like, ma'am, you came in my lane. But I didn't even say that, y'all. All I told her was, ma'am, we both have insurance companies. You have your children in the car. I'm just trying to finish out my day at work. Can we just agree to just talk to the insurance companies and we'll go from there? She was like, okay, that makes sense. See, because she expected me to react in an argumentative mode. But the thing is, what's the benefit of me and you both arguing? Hey, if two people arguing, who can tell the fool from the smart? Nobody. Can't tell who's who. So I ain't gonna argue. Just talk to you nice and polite, nice and smooth, and I'm gonna control what I can control. I was angry. Yeah, I was mad. Yeah, I'm still a little, like, dang, why they happen to me? But it's life. It happened. You gotta roll with the punches, and you gotta keep it pushing. You can't keep looking around, man, it's their fault, or it's my mama's fault for telling me something last night. Whatever, people make up so many excuses today, and the excuse economy is at an all-time high. I mean, the amount of excuses that you see on the internet and in real life are starting to outweigh everything. It's somebody else's fault. It ain't never your fault. Take responsibility and control what you can control. Control your emotions. As a man, I cannot emotionally react because what that causes is an opportunity for something to come in and jeopardize whatever I have going. My emotion reaction can cause me long-term damage. If I were to talk crazy to this woman and say something to her, she would have called the police on me. I'm a darker-skinned fellow. She's a Caucasian woman. She called the police on me. Obviously, some things could have transpired. It could have been very, very ugly. And we know how that goes. But me thinking smart, I'm not going to argue with nobody. My thing is we're going to have a discussion. We're going to get to a conclusion. Ain't going to be just this constant back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We have to close the gates on some things and make some things make sense, man. So control what you can control, man. You having a bad day as you listening to this, man? Control what you can control. Yeah, you having a bad day. Get it up out of you. Get you about 15, 20 seconds to say all the F's, F words, S words, everything about your system, and keep it rolling, bro. In the day, don't nobody else care. Don't nobody care. Not even your own mama. She don't care. She got some other stuff going on in her life. So you know what I'm saying? We grown now, man. Control what you can control. Don't blame everybody for your position in life. Don't blame everybody for your position in life. Your position in life is based upon the choice that you made and also some things that God had already planned out for you. But your decision making has to improve over time as you grow older. If your decision making stays the same from 16 to 26, we have an issue. Now you see where you're located. You're located in the spot of you are just a regular You know what I'm saying? Human being, but you made choices. Now you backtrack. Now you comparing. Now you on Instagram. Instagram is a beautiful thing, but it's a comparison thief for joy because everybody looked at ooh, they got diamonds. Ooh, they got cars. Ooh, they got girls. Ooh, they got a family. Ooh, she got a man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of comparison of what you don't have. But what about the person that's taking that picture? They might not have a father, might not have a mother, might not have a right sense of mind, might have a bullet coming from them tomorrow. You never know, man. So always focus on you and control what you can control. Control your emotions. Your emotions are human. So you're going to feel them. But the way to control them is I'm not going to let the anger just take over. I'm not going to let the sorrow take over. I'm not going to let the self-pity take over. I'm going to be in control. I'm going to let those feel it. I'm going to feel it, but I'm not going to let it control it. You can feel it, but don't let it control. That's the key. A lot of people won't let things control them, let things affect them, and it destroys their day. And it destroys their whole, week and then months and then years. And this gets ugly, man. So control what you can control, man. Last week it was about balance, which I love that episode. That's coming. Oh, that's when it's gonna be a big one, man. I like that one. But this week it's about controlling what you can control on the week of July 15th, 2021. The day Big Lexi got scraped. Lord Jesus. Anyway, see that's emotion right there. I'm letting it out. You gotta let it out in a funny way. You gotta laugh. You gotta smile. You gotta let things out, man. Don't hold it in. You hold it in, it's some problem, man. And like I said, I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm not a licensed counselor. None of that. I'm just a person with an opinion. And if it can help, it can help. If it don't help you, let the cup pass you by as you would in a church house. But I respect the mental community space. And so I tell people also, if you do need to speak to a therapist because of things not going your way, you have some form of depression, please hit those individuals up. There's a methods of apps. There's Teledoc. There's a bunch of other apps that you can face-to-face people on your cell phone. And you can talk to them through via cell phone and Zoom, which if you're not comfortable with being in the room people, or if you want to get a licensed therapist to be your consistent therapist, talk to them. I have not been in therapy yet. That's an ultimate disclosure. I might one day, but right now I feel like I'm good, straight. But therapy might help me expand. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at options right now. So anybody, if you feel like, well, I'm pro-therapy, I'm pro-mental health, I'm pro-blessing, because we got one life to live, and our minds, just like our body, we have to take care of it. We have to expand it, grow it, build it, make it stronger, make it fortitude, build it, just create longevity in our lives, because we want to last here for a minute. We don't want to just be here for a little while. We want to be here for a very, very long time. We want to continue to stay blessed, stay focused, and continue to build upon ourselves. And control, we can control. You know what I'm saying? People going to lie on you. People going to say what they say about you. People going to do what they do about you. But you, being in control of you, can make things a whole lot better, man. A whole lot better. And once again, man, on this podcast, we are not political. And one thing I'm also learning, I'm no longer telling people how to date. I feel like the dating culture has been absorbed by a lot of other professional speakers. So I'm gonna let them talk about dating. I mean, I'm gonna speak on my opinion, of course, but I'm not gonna tell people. I'm gonna tell how I'm feeling. And it's not to bash anybody, or destroy anybody. I'm no longer talking about, the single mother issue, because that's been something that's been going rampant across social media, but like among a lot of talking heads in the community. I'm going to let them continue to talk about it, because these people that talk about it have children. I don't got no children, and I need to be talking about single mothers. I love y'all, though. I really pray y'all be blessed, and y'all have everything you ever wanted. Ma'ams, ladies, queens of 1,000 and a million sons. I pray you have everything y'all wanted. But anyway, man, this whole culture of woe is me, oh my gosh, it's their fault, it's my daddy, he ain't raised me right, my mama was in the streets, all this. You gotta compete with people that had good mamas and daddies in this world to get what you need. So what you whining about? Ain't nothing to complain about. And there's people with great parents that didn't heed they warning of their parents. A parent can only do so much. The child has choices to make. That's what we need to be talking about human beings. This ain't nothing to do with dating. This is about human beings feeling sorry for themselves, complaining, whining, moping, mad at the world, hating, stealing, robbing, just a lot of things that don't go together because they're not happy with they are in life. So understand that we can't keep blaming. We can't keep doing this blame game. It's getting old. It's getting tiring. It's getting very, very redundant. The conversation is staying very, very redundant. So we got to continue to build, continue to grow, and not be so focused on the past. Let's look at the past for what it is as a lesson, like I spoke in a previous podcast, and continue to build from that. Let me not be the same person I was yesterday. If I was an emotional wreck yesterday and blaming everybody on social media, let me not do it today. Because nobody cares. They just looking, tapping, and going through with their lives. They focus on what they want to focus on. The Instagram algorithm focuses the user on what they are concerned with the most, what they tap likes into, what they watch the longest, things like that. It's reading. It's an algorithm that's reading. So if you're constantly focusing on yourself and think you're going to just always, be the topic of discussion, you're not. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you're the most popular person in your work group, your school, whatever you're at. Understand that life goes on. Your concerns ain't really people too many concerns. You got to make things happen for you. You got to make things happen for you. You can't keep waiting on everybody. I don't wait on men. I ain't waiting on a man since my daddy changed my diaper. Facts. So I don't wait on nobody, bro. I go get mines. If I want it, I go get it. I don't make no excuses. I get it done. Everybody ain't like me. You gotta find your level. So maybe you might want to be a person that want to do things on your own, but you like to take advice from other people. That's good. I want you to take my advice. I take advice. Or maybe a person that really kind of, just needs some guidance. There's some people out there that ain't the sharpest knives in the tool cabinet. So they struggling a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So they might need to take advice. But just understand, man, that don't nobody care, man. Ain't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Ooh, I got the wreck. Don't nobody care. Ooh, my mama don't like me. Don't nobody care. Ooh, she broke up with me. Don't nobody care. Ooh, they stole from my mama's house last week. They took the mail and they used the restroom on the grass. Don't nobody care. It's sad to say, but who cares? Why would they care? Their mom is sick. Their husband is dying. Why would they care? What's their purpose? What can they do to fix it? Ain't nobody finna give you no money. Only few people giving money. People get money for a reason. They want something attached to that money. Oh, man. Speaking of something attached to that money, shout out my boy Cash Facts. At Cash Facts. Bro, always dropping some game for the ladies and for the players. But he put this video up the other night that had me dying. So let me tell you. So it's a dude, right? I guess they in Vegas or they in some like urban area. And, it shows from the perspective of the dude's following his date out of the restaurant. And he like, hey, where you going? Where you going? She's like, oh, I'm going to call my Uber. I had a great time. He like, call your Uber? You had a great time? We ain't going to do nothing. Oh, well, no, I thought it was just a date. I thought we were just hanging out. Ooh. I feel bad for the brother, but I'll tell you the story. So she's like, oh, it's just a date. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just ready to go home. I'm really tired. But you wasn't tired for that $600 steak, though. I'm like, oh, buddy pulled the price tag on me. $600 steak. And that's the Salt Bay was supposed to be the dude that be doing it. He was doing it. He wasn't there. So they didn't get to experience that. But he still paid $600 for the steak. And then the whole debate under the video was whose fault is it? Is she wrong for leaving him with the Uber? Or is he wrong? Or is she wrong for leaving with the Uber in the tab? Or is he wrong for thinking that, that something that was, wasn't? And I kind of look at him, as the brother, like, you kind of got to know what kind of female you're dealing with. Because also in the video, she said, you've been trying to go on a date with me for 3 months. Baby, sweetheart, sugar plum, sweetie pie, whatever you want to be called. If it take me 3 months to get you and I have to go see Salt Bay, it's a problem. I respect the 3 month, the pursuit. That's beautiful to get to know you. She's busy or she's actually focusing on her career or we just out of base 3 months because I'm out of town, you out of town, and we go somewhere and we get to know each other, that's fine. But Salt Bay ain't the way I'm playing. I'm sorry. You ain't $600 steak? That's a beautiful meal. But that deserves for a beautiful evening. That's not for a stranger. This man is paying for strangers. So if you pay for strangers, you have to understand that you still give the stranger the right to make the choice. She had the choice to either kick it with you or go home on the Uber. Obviously, she chose the Uber. So So since she chose the Uber, that shows you where y'all stand. You just a homeboy that paid for an expensive meal. Girl, he took care of me last night. But he kind of lame though. That's you, dog. And you got put in that category because you're doing too much, bro. And I'm not really the biggest fan of something. You over liking somebody that don't like you as much because you gotta make somebody like you. They gotta find reasons. Why do I like him? Like, man, if you don't like what you see already, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And I ain't talking about the app. You need to go get on it. So that kind of sparked my memory. But also, it ties back into our main subject. Control what you can control. He couldn't control her decision to get the Uber or kick it with him. He can only control the money he spent on that steak. He should have been smarter and took her to Outback Steakhouse. That's what she deserved. And if she said no, oh well, sweetie, you have to go. Peace out. So it's a very, very, very tumultuous lesson for that brother. And my dog was trying to cut a deal. Time out. My dog tried to cut a deal at the end. He told her that if she unfollow him on the gram and give him $250, he call it even. How you gonna call a deal on him? You can't call a deal on him. I said you already put your hat in the ring and said you want to be with her. You can't cut a deal. You can't change the game in a knife, innit? You got to come out the gate saying that, baby. Like, hey, sweetheart, we're finna go on this day, love. But if anything don't work out to where it's the liking that I want it to be, I need my money back. I need you to remove yourself from my social media following. He could have done something like that. We might respect him more. But not really, because you really trying to force a date with a stranger that don't like you. You lost. It's an L. Hold it. Carry it. Make love to it. Anyway, that's a very interesting subject because he has learned how to control. He can control. You cannot control how much somebody like you. Like love is one of them things that just happen. I feel like love is just like, it's a feeling. Like she got a feeling. Like no matter what she's saying, oh, I want him to be 6'6". Oh, I want him to be a former drug dealer that was in the NBA and now he's a pharmacist. Oh, I want him to be able to cook. He need to be a sommelier and be able to taste wines. And he need to be able to chop up grams too, girl. That's what I need in a man. That's what I need in a man. Ma'am, sit down. Sit the French toast down. Please, sit down, ma'am. So, obviously, that's not going to probably happen in, your lifetime, love. But you're going to find somebody that you do love. You're going to find a young man, and you're just going to feel it one day. You just can't control that feeling. Same way for the fellas. You're going to find a young lady. She ain't going to be Halle Berry. She ain't going to be any of these Instagram models that shape like AirPods. But you're going to fall for it. And that feeling's going to be undeniable. That's what love is. It's what we need as human beings. It's what makes us whole. It's what helps us produce more human beings. So understand you can't force that. And the controls you can control. Brothers, you can control how you look, how you take care of yourself, how you groom yourself, how you conversate, how you, carry yourself on a day-to-day basis to your money you made, the things you do for extracurricular activities, how do you engage yourself, how do you educate yourself. Same for the women, how you carry yourself, ma'am. Are you a listener? Are you somebody that compromises? Are you somebody that can communicate? And that goes on same for both ends because each individual brings something different to the table. So like I said, I wasn't going to talk about dating, but I did end up talking about dating a little bit from my perspective from things I know. Now, I know that I'm not spending $600 on a steak for strangers. That's not my forte. That's not my wave. It's not my stilo. Whatever you want to call it, that's not me. So it's been interesting, man. It's going on in the community, going on in the culture, man. And also, man, the parting words like to leave you guys with is understand that in this world, all you have is your word and your name. Your word is what you tell somebody, and your name is your reputation. You tell me you're going to pay me $1 back, pay me my $1 back. If you don't pay me my $1 back, you're a liar. Your reputation is axed. Everybody be like, hey, what's up with such and such? Oh, he a liar. He owed me $1. He ain't never paid it back. And that's facts. That's facts. So, your name get tainted enough, what kind of name do you have? You just got a tainted name, player. Understand, keep your word. Control what you can control. And don't pay for them $600 steaks no more, player. It's playing with your budget. You can't do that. You got kids to feed, man. Put that $600 away. Man, you better Man, get to know the woman first, man. For you out here staking and breaking and all this stuff. You just breaking for a staking, man. What you breaking for the stake for? Because you want something beside that stake. But I ain't gonna go there though. Because you know what I'm saying? I'm a Christian man. I ain't gonna go all through all that, man. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all for listening once again to me speak the truth, nothing but the truth, and it's irrefutable. This has been another episode of Flytill Podcast. I am your host, Floyd Bee. Thank you. Have a lovely evening, morning, or day.